Hello everybody, this is Havoc and welcome to another Ancient Empires faction overview. Today we're going to be looking at the Bosporan Kingdom. These guys have a lot of cool units, several area of recruitment slash mercenary, I guess just mercenary. I thought I saw area of recruitment. Regardless, they do have some cool units and we're going to dive right on into them. Starting off with the general, we have Bosporan Royal Cavalry. These guys have a charge rating of 9, melee offense of 9, melee defense of 12, armor rating of 9, and morale of 15. These guys are going to be some pretty decent heavy melee cav, and they do have decent stamina, so they are going to last around the battlefield pretty well without getting too terribly tired. On to the spear infantry, we have Scythian Spearmen. These guys have a charge rating of 5, melee offense of 8, melee defense of 12, armor rating at 5, and a morale at 7. Make them pretty good spear infantry. That melee offense defense combo is pretty good, but they can also have a pretty good charge value, so that does have an impact on how effective they are. Citizen Spearmen, they have a charge rating of 3, melee offense of 8, melee defense of 15, armor rating of 5, and a morale of 8. Make them really good tier 1. That defense really puts them ahead of their Scythian Spearmen fellow men. They can also brace spears, which is a really good thing to do. These are way more defensive spearmen, whereas these are kind of offensive spearmen blend. And then we have Mercenary Thoreophorai, which we've seen these guys a lot of times. I'm going to try not to use all of these mercenaries so much anymore, because we've seen them so many times, and I want to show off more of the faction units rather than the mercenary units, and I know sometimes it's kind of unavoidable. But in this case, I do think we could avoid that. I'll just have to build the enemy's army to replicate it. So, of course, we have Mercenary Thracian Peltas, Mercenary Thorakitai. We have Romanized Infantry. We've seen these guys before in another faction. I don't quite remember which one. But these are tier 3 very heavy melee infantry. Charge rating of 3, melee offense of 7, melee defense of 15. Armor rating at 14 and a morale of 10 makes them very good units. Decent stamina, they have their standard shot. They're disciplined, they can hide in force, and they have good charge defense versus cav. Whoa. Down to bow infantry, this is where they really start to shine, and they start to shine in the cav units as well. Cimmerian Native Archers. Ammunition of 23, ranged offense of 4, missile range of 160, charge rating of 2, offense of 5, defense of 4, armor rating of 5, and a morale at 6. And these guys have very good stamina. They can also climb fast, they're resistant to fatigue, and hide in scrub in forest. And they also ignore terrain, which is again a very unique way to have them. And then we get up to Citizen Archers, which don't seem like they are any better really at all. So yeah, you definitely want to go with Cimmerian Native Archers. Because these guys have pretty much reduced everything. Reduced range, charge, offense, defense, and morale. Definitely not going to be your best choice right there. Scythian Archers. Now, these guys are on par with their Cimmerian Native brethren. And to be honest, these guys have better stats. So I would still stick with Cimmerian Native Archers. And then we finally get to Allied Scythian Archers. And these guys are only moderately better. I mean, the only things they excel at are defense, melee defense, and morale. So really, if you really just wanted to, you could just stick with Cimmerian Native Archers. Those tier 1s, I mean, all of these are tier 1s, but the Cimmerian Native Archers are going to really do some good work, but we'll put some Allied Scythians in there as well. We have Citizen Slingers, ammunition of 30, ranged offense of 4, missile range of 240, low to none charge rating, melee offense of 2, defense of 8, armor rating at 5, and morale at 4. Make them pretty standard light slinger units. Skirmishers, we have Cimmerian Native Infantry. Ammunition of 3, ranged offense of 9, missile range of 70, charge rating of 3, offense of 7, defense of 10, armor rating at 5 and 6, morale with very good stamina. Yeah, these guys would be pretty good light skirmishers if you really think about it. They make some good melee offense stats. Definitely with that very good stamina, you're going to want to launch through your ranged attack. And then you're definitely going to want to be able to use them in some flanking maneuvers. Maybe even to plug a hole if something breaks, something along those lines. And then you have Citizen Javelin Men, which compared to the Cimmerian Native, man, those Cimmerian Native troops are really good. These guys have a larger ammunition, but aside from that, you're not going to see good stats at all. Charge rating of 1, melee offense of 4, defense of 9, and then a morale at 5. mixed in with decent, good stamina versus very good, I would definitely use Chimerian Native Infantry over them. We have Citizen Cavalry. We've seen these guys before, but they are Bosporan Citizen Cavalry rather than other troops. So charge rating of 8, melee offense of 7, melee defense of 11, armor rating at 7, and morale at 11. Make them pretty decent melee troops. Not the best, but certainly not the worst. We have Mercenary Sarmatian Cataphracts. We've seen these guys before, so I'm not going to focus on them. But what we do have are allied Scythian Cataphracts. Now these guys don't do as well in offense, but do a little better in defense. And then you have Greco-Scythian Cataphracts. So you have allied Scythian and then Greco-Scythian. And the Greco-Scythian are going to see a huge increase in, not a huge, a good increase in armor rating, a little bit less offense, but more defense. And the kicker is, though, these allied Scythian archers have the ability to shoot, and the Greco-Scythians apparently do not have that ability. So that's something to consider between which ones you want to use. We get down to Vocab. We have allied Scythian horse archers. Ammunition 28, ranged offense of 3, missile range of 160, charge rating of 3, offense of 4, defense of 9, armor rating at 7, and a morale at 8. Make them pretty good Vocab troops. Next up, we have Mercenary Scythian horse archers, which, to be honest, in this case, I would use a Mercenary Scythian horse archer since we're kind of in the area. Maybe. We'll have to see what those Greco-Scythians look like. So these guys do see an increase in ranged offense, so they are better in that field, and they do appear to be a little better in melee offense, a little less in melee defense. But that seems to be nothing compared to the Greco-Scythian Cav. Look at these dudes. Okay, so not near as much ammunition, so that's something to consider. Double the ranged offense, so they're going to be double the power of their allied Scythian horse archer brethren. They have a huge boost in charge rating, a very large increase in melee offense, higher defense, higher armor rating, and much higher morale. Definitely, now you are going to pay twice as much for these Greco-Scythian Cav, but overall, definitely the choice you want to do. And then, of course, you have your Oxybelles and Ballista. I mention that every once in a while, just because, what is this? They cannot run. Oh, what? What is this? Cannot run and will only move at a walking pace. Interesting. I think I've pointed that out before. Alright, so guys, that is it for the Bosporans. They do have a very large army, so we are going to try and make a pretty good army and try to find someone worthy enough to take us on. I'll see you on the battlefield. Alright everybody, welcome to the battlefield. This is actually a really pretty plains map. I'm going to save this map because it's very green, it's very almost highlands, I guess you could say. We are in kind of Scythia, that area of the map, so it's a pretty cool, very open, not a huge, I guess we have a pretty decent hill, but other than that, not any really huge advantage to hide troops or anything of that nature, so we should have a pretty good battle on our hands. Let's see here, we're only outnumbered by, what, 600? So that's a lot less than the last battle, so hopefully we'll be able to do stuff against them instead of lose, because we're outnumbered by so many. I did turn the unit size down because for some reason we're all down one. That's weird. Because my unit size was on ultra. There we go. I was trying to get through that thought. My unit size was on ultra, not large, because I put it on ultra when I do any battles in the Medieval Kingdoms campaign, or not campaign, custom battle, and so I had to switch it back. I'd forgotten I'd switched it back. Thank you to whoever mentioned something about that, because it hadn't even occurred to me. Sometimes I just forget. But regardless, we do have a pretty good battle on our hands. We got a good 9,600 troops, so less than 10,000. I'm hoping that that size will kind of reduce the reduce the frame rate of this battle. Reduce the lag in frame rate, I guess I should say. So let's get down to our army compositions, and then we'll get right into it. So on our front line, I have 4 units of Romanized Infantry. These guys do look really cool. It almost looks like plastic. I don't even know what kind of armor that would be. What is that? Is that scale? Is that scaled armor? Maybe. Might be scaled armor. And I think someone just had an axe. Oh no, he's just waving it around. Okay. Gotta watch out for that big root there, dude. But anyway, so we have a good front line here. Very solid troops. I'm hoping to use my spearmen. The reason why I didn't put spearmen up front is my Greco-Scythian spearmen have a pretty good charge rating. So I want to use those spearmen as kind of a flanking attack, use these guys as a more defense, and then use these citizen spearmen as more of a defense as well. Really hold up the line and then block the attack. So let's go ahead and look at these guys. Citizen spearmen. They are your pretty typical regional troops. Nothing too super fancy. I think the captain, no, because there's a few guys over there. Thought the captains maybe were wearing their little fancy helmets. Doesn't appear so, but regardless, they should do it pretty well. Then I'm going to come over here to my Greco-Scythian spearmen, just a little bit decorated. I mean, that's the only main difference I can see between them, is just decorate their local attire rather than just straight up regular attire. You can definitely see the Middle Eastern kind of influence in art, as well as kind of that Scythian. I mean, you're going to get a good range of different styles going on with these Greco-Scythian spearmen. But it looks really good. I really like them. Next up in front of those guys, we have Cimmerian native infantry. These guys are our light skirmishers, and they do look really cool. I like those square shields. I don't know if I've ever seen square shields before like that. So it's pretty cool to see them there, and they should do quite a bit of damage, and then be able to get into melee if we need them to. So we'll just have to see how well they do in the middle of the battle. Now behind my front line, I have a mix. I have my Cimmerian native archers. These guys are probably going to look very similar to those light skirmishers. Maybe not. They all have capes on. I love the capes. So fun. Really nice looking capes though, to be honest. So we have 2 units of Cimmerian native archers, and then we have some allied Scythian archers, which again is going to be dressed up in that attire that the Scythians, and I mean, that's just really cool. I never really noticed all the different designs. I didn't think that these Scythians would have that functionality of just having different, is that a woman? Not saying anything's wrong with that, I'm just surprised. I didn't think, yep, there are women mixed in with these archers. Interesting. Good job. Good job. So we have those guys, and then behind them we have 2 more units of Romanized Infantry. Behind that we have our Bosporan Royal Cavalry, and you can definitely right off the bat see that Greek influence just shining through with all of these with these horsemen. It's definitely there. It's just really cool to see. Those colors are really cool as well. I like that dark red. Alright, so over on our left flank, in terms of horsemen, we have both of our cataphracts. We have Greco-Scythian cataphracts, which look really good. That look like, that's interesting, a scaled helmet. And just the different variations in the cataphracts with these troops. I mean, right there, you got 4 different, completely different variations of horses. Makes it look really, really good. I don't know what just happened. So behind, next to them, we have allied Scythian horsemen. And these guys are going to look, oh, look at that. That is cool. Do those guys have that? They don't. Look at these allied Scythians. They are way more intense. They got those shoulder guards, those neck guards, maybe to kind of prevent themselves from getting hit in the neck. Like by a stray arrow or something. I don't know. That's kind of cool, though. It's cool to see those. They look really cool in that way. That's really sweet. I've never noticed that before. And over here we have Greco-Scythian Cavalry. So these are going to be our bow archers. And as you can see, they still have like lances and stuff. So I think they'd really be crucial once we switch them into melee. Should the need arise, we'll be able to take them out pretty well. But yeah, again, you can kind of see that Greek influence pretty clear over there. So pretty good job. Pretty good job. Very good job. Greco-Scythians. And then over here, with our last but not least troops, we have 3 units of Citizen Cavalry. Now, we've seen the Citizen Cav before. And these guys look really sharp. That really white and red combo really makes for some good, sharp-looking units. Very excited to see how well these guys do. So, as I said, did I mention that we are playing the Thracians, basically, whatever they are? I can't think of their name. Why can I not think of their name? Wow, completely just brain farty. Oh, Scythian Kingdom. There we go. I knew it would come to me. So we are playing against them. A good 9,600 troops. Let's go ahead and hit play. I don't know what you're doing. Are you turned around? What? Why are you... When I hit the up button. Okay. What about you? These guys are backwards. Let's go there. Hold on, guys, real quick. Alright, we're back. So we're going to move our troops forward, right? I'm going to move everyone just a little bit forward. That shouldn't mess up any unit formations. Doesn't look like it does. We're going to go ahead and move these guys to the side. As you can see, they don't have as many cav over here as they do over here, which makes sense. Let's get them on skirmish mode. I'm going to use my cataphracts sparingly. I know I say that every time, and I usually don't, but I seriously would like to try this time. These guys do look really good. Let's put that GM mod. Oh, there we go. That's kind of interesting. I almost prefer... I don't know, I almost prefer this. It looks a little warmer. I don't know, that does look pretty cool. Take a screenshot of that. Go there. Hold on, guys, again. Alright, and I'm back again. What is this? That's a pig. There's a pig and a deer. I'd be running my life off right there. Alright, so they are advancing on us. Now let's make sure that we get that mod off. Get things back in order, because I do... We're going to push those guys. Now these are the guys that I want up front. They actually... Are these... They're native infantry, but they don't have a skirmish ability, but they're skirmishers. That's weird. I can't, I don't know why that's like that. We're running off these light horsemen, which then means we could bring our cataphracts around. We didn't see that these guys had marched into... Yep, they already routed one of my citizen cav. Was not paying attention. Throw yourself at them. Are they out? We could win a melee battle against them, so we're going to go ahead and try it. Let's go ahead and bring these guys over here. As you can see, that worked pretty well, taking those guys on. We're going to lose our melee. Yep, those Thracian heavy horse. Just wasn't paying attention. That's all that happened there. We are losing those guys now, so it's good that we're bringing our Romanized Infantry. And we're going to have to get behind them quick. Yeah, because we just lost that whole front. Not cool, guys. Not cool at all. Go over here. Take those guys on. So it turns out that those Greco-Scythian spearmen are not going to be all that great when facing... other troops, but we did rout some of their swordsmen. Do I have anyone behind me? I was just making sure. Drop that morale bomb on them. Maybe these guys will come back. Okay, so I think... Oh, that's a cluster over there. Look at this cluster. Let's go over here, take those guys out, and I'm just going to survey the battlefield real quick. I think we'll be okay. I really want to get these guys wrecked first. Get those guys wrecked, and then we can focus on taking some shots and really getting a good look at these troops. That was a pretty devastating charge. I'm going to pull back. Go ahead and get my cataphracts. There we go. Sweet. We're going to get them back. I'm going to let my cataphracts rest and put my general behind them. Okay, now we can chill out because I kind of have cav superiority. Let's take a look at these guys. Yeah, those Thracians, they're going to be pretty ridiculous. They are going to carve up my Romanized infantry. I guarantee it. Yep, those shock infantry. Get some good up-close action here. Oh, there we go. Those are huge swords. Oh, my word. Doing a pretty good overview, though. Oh, there's some volley going in. See, our Romanized troops are really doing a good job holding the line. Kind of wish that line was a little more solid, but that's all right. Yeah, that line's gonna collapse. I guarantee you, my my citizen spearmen are not gonna last against those shock troops. This is a really good combo, though, I feel, of troop selection that we have going for us and against us. There we go. Raise your shields, lads. Let's see. How else are we doing? These guys are kind of getting wrecked a little bit. Let's go ahead and focus fire on them. We've already lost our skirmishers. Oh no, so it appears that our Greco-Scythians, I guess they are doing pretty good. I mean, they're going up against shock cav, or shock infantry. So what do you expect, you know? I don't blame them. I don't blame them anymore. I was disappointed for a little bit, but not really anymore. Okay, so we got those lines held. These guys are going to hold pretty good even though they're shaken. They should still be good. So we're going to go ahead. And actually, I do want to get some more up-close shots here. Don't really know why these guys are like facing sideways. Not real sure what's going on. I don't like that over graphic mod at the moment. Well, that dude's just getting hit in the back. That's not nice. These guys are, like I said, they're doing a very good job holding the line. Here we go. I like these one-on-one screenshots. Come on, hit him back. Don't die, dude. There we go. There you go. They are being very much defensive rather than offense. I'm sure if I had pushed them into the attack, they would probably be a little more offensive than anything. Oh, that's cool. Tumbled down. I think that was actually one of my own dudes. But still, I mean, just look at the whole surrounding. I mean, you do that. There's just so many moving parts. I really like how, and it's not just this mod. It's Total War in general. That is really, I mean, everyone is engaging and doing something. I really like it. I think it's really good. Okay, so we're done with that. These guys still need to loose some of their arrows. We're going to move up here, move behind them. We have 2 sets of spearmen that have come back, or just haven't routed completely. Do a quick survey and make sure no one else has. Okay, good. We're going to start shooting at that guy. Then we're going to do our typical cataphract thing. Hit everyone in the back. Yeah, because, oh wow, they're collapsing. No, don't collapse. Don't collapse, please. I don't need that whole center to fail right now. This will be pretty epic, though. This does look cool with the mod overview on it. With the graphics mod. Yeah, they should pretty much almost instantly rout. There we go. Hit those Thracian javelin men in the back. I'm going to rout this whole flank here. So not only are they going to get hit in the back, they're going to get a morale debuff. This guy's got -1. He will start routing for sure. There we go. That whole side's routed. Awesome. We're going to make all of them. Brilliant! That worked perfectly. There we go. You guys start focusing over here. General General. There we go. We're seeing some good frames per second over here. So we've made them route. We're going to go over here. Oh, these guys are in shield wall. That's why. Yeah, we got this. We got it, no problem. That went a lot better than I thought it would, to be honest. Yeah, this won't last but another couple of minutes. Chase them down. I'm going to have each of these cataphracts go after another troop. Their general, pursue the general. You guys go get them. And then we'll do a slow motion cav charge for the very finale. These guys have no idea. No idea what's about to charge into them. That's a really cool screenshot. I'll take a lot of those. Holy crap. They're not even going to get turned around in time. I'm taking a lot of them. That dude. Oh my. That's funny. That wasn't even like a war cry. That was like a Brilliant. That's going to cause those guys to rout. Each one of those, they are routing. They've routed. Boom. There we go. In the battle. Decisive victory. Very good battle. I like it. I like it. So we won against superior odds for sure. Those native Greco-Scythian spearmen actually did pretty good. Those Cimmerian native archers did all right as well. I enjoyed watching them fight the Cimmerian native infantry, which again, I thought that those were skirmishers at first. I should have paid more attention. But, I mean, they have that skirmisher thing, so they should be able to skirmish. I'm not sure why. I don't know if that's a bug or not. They may have intentionally made it that way. But regardless, we won the day very successfully. So I hope you enjoyed this overview of the Bosporan Kingdom. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. And follow me on Twitch, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. This is Havoc, guys. Be on the lookout for the next faction overview. And I'm out of here. Peace.